Well, Monday marks the 80th anniversary of the liberation of Auschwitz concentration camp. One of the camp's youngest survivors now lives in Sacramento, but returns to Italy every year to tell her story as part of Italy's commitment to Holocaust education.
Andrea Bucci and her sister Tatiana were just 4 and 6 when the Nazis deported their family from Italy to Poland. KCRA3 spent 5 years documenting their story for our new feature-length documentary, Always Remember Your Name. And we were struck by just how much time Italy dedicates to Holocaust education compared to this country. It is a 3-step approach, and it's working.
It's one thing to read about history. It's another to meet it.
Andrea and Tatiana Bucci.
These Tuscan middle school students are here to witness the true story of the Bucci sisters. Andrea and Tatiana Bucci were just 4 and 6 years old when the Nazis deported their family from Italy to the Auschwitz concentration camp. Mistaken for twins, they are 2 of only 50 kids under the age of 10 to survive Auschwitz and were viewed as miracles upon their return to Italy after the war. They're now 84 and 86, among the few remaining Italian Jews to survive those Nazi camps.
How important is the first-person testimony from survivors like the Bucci?
Yeah, it's very important. It's very, very important because they can see with their eyes, like they can touch and meet the real people who lived this tragedy.
Italian schools start teaching about the Holocaust in age-appropriate ways as early as elementary school.
By middle school, the content becomes more intense as they look to strike a balance between emotional connection and historic fact. So they reach the kids where they are using things like graphic novels for impact.
What did you observe about your students as they were watching the Buccis? What did you see in their faces?
They were silent. Usually they
Never. Not at that age.
but no one was speaking and taking away the picture sisters.
It touches them.
By the senior year of high school, the Holocaust is taught in depth. To spend time with a survivor in person is a rarity.
If you saw Andrea and Tatiana walking down the street, would you ever guess?
No, absolutely not. No, because they will just seem two normal people, two normal grandmas. Sweet ones, that's for sure, but not much else.
There's a good lesson there, isn't there?
Yes, a really good one. You never know what people go through in their lives.
Or what they're willing to relive time and time again in the hopes that history will not repeat.
Now, most European countries have very structured curriculum about the Holocaust and how to teach it than we do. California is now trying to improve with some new laws and a council on Holocaust and genocide education, but the state's curriculum at this point is still being decided. And so that was actually one of the things as we put this together was to create a resource for schools to be able to show our documentary as part of what they teach. Again, keeping it age appropriate. Our new feature-length version of Always Remember Your Name airs Sunday night at 7 on KCRA3.
This is some incredible work. I just have to tell you. I mean, I know you spent a lot of time, and it really has taken, I know having done these stories that it takes a lot out of you because you really want to do great work and share this story in a way that is impactful, and I definitely feel like you've done that.
Well, I appreciate that. Watching them give the testimony over and over again, I don't know how they do it, but they get a lot of strength and they actually feel hopeful, especially talking to kids. So people have asked me, like, what age is this appropriate to watch Sunday night? I would say middle school on up, but I would also watch it as a family. When we aired the shorter version in the fall, a lot of families watched it, and I've heard that, like, generationally, it opened a lot of discussion within families, especially with grandparents who might have been small children when World War II was going on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's important to have the discussion at home so kids aren't learning it or hearing it somewhere else.
Or getting misinformation,
Absolutely.
which has become a constant issue.
Absolutely.